Good evening, Premier Planet. My loyal subjects!
He looks like a girl, man, dressed like that.
Chill out, old man. Pancho, this pertains to you. Pay attention. Last week, shut up, you loser. You have become a real great student at the Ludus of Randy Artis. But flukes happen once in a lifetime. And tonight I correct that mistake from last week, and I will send you to the underworld. Now, what I'd like to have right now is for all of you fat, out of shape, fedora-wearing freaks, keep the noise down while I take my gear off and show you all what the champion of champions is supposed to look like.
This matchup is for the PPW heavyweight title. Introducing first in the corner to my right, he hails from Harvard, Illinois, via the Premier Pro Wrestling Academy, Pancho! His opponent is from Rosemont, Illinois, by way of Capua, Italy, Boydakis! The world champion. This match is 2 out of 3 falls and has a 60-minute time limit.
And yes, that is what's on the line here tonight as our 5-time PPW World Champion Matt Vine steps into the ring with a newcomer here in Premier Pro Wrestling, he being Pancho, sporting those black shorts and the white and black boots in the far right-hand corner of your screen. Now Matt Vine in the other far-hand corner, your 5-time PPW World Champion. Pancho actually made a statement a couple weeks ago. He won the Something to Prove Gauntlet and actually ended up pinning Matt Vine in the main event. So now he acquired that #1 contendership after beating the champion. Now he's cashing it in right here. Matt Vine versus Pancho for the Premier Pro Wrestling World Championship as we start off with a stiff lockup. And Pancho not showing really any signs of backing down here against the champion, which if we're looking at a stature standpoint, he may be on the wrong side of the rope here tonight. Great scissors headlock. I think it caught Matt Vine off guard a little bit. Tried to go for that reverse arm drag. Pancho countered that into a scissors headlock. And now the two stand off, staring across from each other in the center of the squared circle.
Rooster never looked this good.
Vine with a stiff headlock applied. reversing it, arm onto the back, and now Pancho going to take it around into a headlock of his own. And a great headlock takedown by the newcomer. Vine looking for a pinfall of his own. Like we talked about before, he looked like he was grabbing those the back of the shorts of Pancho. Vine willing to stoop to any level to keep his championship recently here in Premier Pro Wrestling. Pancho, he's having a great showing so far against the champion. Not backing down, staying in, hanging with him, chain wrestling with the symbol of excellence, Matt Vine. Now Vine raking the eyes, backing Pancho into the corner and choking him on the top rope. He's got a count of 5 until the referee will have to disqualify him. If that happens, Vine will keep the championship. Again, reversing around, arm on the back. Pancho, great reversal once again, arm on the back and into a headlock of his own. Vine grabbing the back of the hair, whips him off, and Pancho with a shoulder tackle. To the other side, and another one. He's moving fast, and Vine. Nice drop toe hold. Pancho crushes his face against the canvas, but he gets out of that arm bar, and now he's got the rear naked choke applied to Matt Vine. Vine fighting up. Rolling Pancho through to get out of that headlock. And a drop kick by Pancho sends the champ reeling into the corner. Hip toss. Vine's reeling, another drop kick. Pancho getting some wicked height on those drop kicks, and the champion sent outside. You know, we saw Randy Ritchie talking about Pancho, he having the ability to take on the champion, and he is showing nothing less than what he said he was going to deliver, and that was a fight to Matt Vine. Now Vine gets back in the ring. Looks like he has some choice words for Pancho, and he just slapped his face. Pancho not going to let it happen. Irish whip. Vine out the back, a body slam of his own, but Pancho says no. Vine again out the back. Pancho over to the ropes, and Vine all the way out of the ring. To the outside, and did you see that? The whereabouts of the champion. Catching the face of Pancho, raking it down, the top of his shoulders right against the top of the ropes. That is veteranship shown by Matt Vine, knowing where he's at within the ring. You know, the greenness of Pancho showing through here. Vine now crushing the sides of the neck in between the massive knees. Like we've talked about before when we've examined the champion, Matt Vine, structurally built like a tank. He's got strength like no other superstar here in Premier Pro Wrestling, and that is going to be a major factor playing into this bout here tonight against Pancho. Vine crushing the face of Pancho in the corner. Damn near knocked him out. Irish whip by the champion, and Pancho takes it into his back. Just as Bret Hart used to eat those turnbuckles, Pancho not afraid of taking the heat, but you have to think that's going to play in later into this matchup. Fatiguing the back, I think, is what Vine's going to try to do here. And now he locks in, squeezing the head in between the massive arms of the champion. Pancho being resilient, saying no, not giving in yet. Pancho working up, resiliency showing through. 4 consecutive punches to the midsection of Matt Vine, fighting out of that headlock. Vine gonna reverse him. Pancho with a beautiful sunset flip, taking the champion down, 2, and he almost knocked off Matt Vine. But Vine with a vicious back elbow. Did you see Pancho's neck snap from the hit of the elbow, and then again snap when he hit the canvas? Ladies and gentlemen, this is not ballet, only the strongest last in professional wrestling, and Pancho is getting a first-hand assault from the world champion. Vine now stepping on the back of the neck. Vine knows in this match he can play around with Pancho. He can try to break him down throughout the matchup. He knows when it comes to the veteranship of this match, he has the upper hand. Pancho looked like he might have been going for a DDT there. Vine reverses it into a stretch. Stretching out that midsection of Pancho. Really working it here.
Ask him. Ask him, poor boy. What do you say?
Like we said, playing back into that factor of what Vine was working earlier in the match, trying to fatigue the back of Pancho. And look at Mad Vine. Look at the hand against the top rope. The dirty deeds of the world champion. Come on, ref, you have to be able to see this. Vine knows those easy ways to take, the easy path to keep his championship, instead of fighting it the hard way and being the respectful champion that the Premier Pro Wrestling Universe wants. Vine still holding onto that rope, adding in that extra pressure. Pancho, though, not giving in. Look at that, contorting the shoulders. I mean, my God, Pancho's hands are almost touching behind his back. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not how the human body should bend. Vine just using all that upper body strength to put as much torque into the shoulder area as he can. And I think he's gonna reach for the rope again. Vine again, come on. Come on, be a fighting champion. And finally the referee sees it. Break that. Pancho with a hip toss out of nowhere. Fighting back into a cover too. Not gonna be enough. He went for a clothesline. Vine caught him though, the strength. Carrying him into the corner, my God, ramming his head against the top turnbuckle, and again! Vine, is he gonna go to all four corners? Again! Pancho. I don't know how he's staying in this matchup. Vine just repeatedly threw his neck into all four corners of this ring, and Pancho's still finding the willingness to kick out.
Just give up.
Even if Pancho doesn't walk away with the win here tonight, he has shown something. He has shown resiliency, he has shown heart, and he has shown that he has the skill to stay and go toe-to-toe with the world champion here in PPW. Suplex by Vine. Again, working the back. You can see Pancho holding that lower back area now. I wouldn't be surprised. Now it comes down. The grind, the fatigue starting to set in. Pancho fighting back though, finding some kind of energy deep down within. Enough to throw the champion into the corner, and Pancho unleashing punches again. But Mad Vine says no. Whip by Vine, spine buster. Ode to Arn Anderson. Beautiful spine buster by Mad Vine, and Pancho kicks out. Vine taking all that strength and then the momentum from the spine buster, taking him down, crushing Pancho under his weight, and he still finds a way to kick out. I don't know what else to say other than this kid is resilient. Pancho able to get out the back. Victory roll up. 2. No, not enough to put away the champion. And Vine, again, shoulder tackle in the corner. Not giving Pancho any breathing room. And again, we have to look at this. This is why Mad Vine is atop the mountain. This is why he's the champion. Slingshot splash out of the corner. Vine says, time to go to sleep. And Pancho says, no, I'm still wide awake, Vine. Give me all you got. This is why Vine is on top of the mountain here in Premier Pro Wrestling. Looking again for another splash. It looks like he went to the well too many times, though. Pancho gets the knees up. The champ is stirred, going for another splash, and Pancho again puts the knees up. Driving the air out of Vine. Pancho has to capitalize right now. He has to capitalize right now, find that energy, find the enthusiasm from the crowd, and capitalize on the champion being down. If Pancho could knock off the champion here tonight, this would be a huge stepping stone in his early career here in PPW. Pancho with a clothesline. Back up again, another clothesline. Vine up, Pancho, backdrop, plants the champion. Jumping up, beautiful by Pancho. Is it going to be enough for the champion? No! Pancho can't believe it, but as we examine the film, he did not hook the leg when he covered him, and that's huge. The veteranship playing into it. Pancho just too early in his career. You have to know, you have to wrap that leg and keep him covered for the pinfall. Pancho went for the slingshot, or the missile drop kick, should I say. Vine says no, sir. And now I think this could be it for the challenger. Beautiful pile driver by Mad Vine. 2 and 3, that's going to be it.
Mad Vine wins the first fall. There will now be a 30-second chance for the kid to recover to meet the second fall. Starting now.
As we just heard from Randy Ritchie, all of these championship bouts contested under 2 out of 3 falls. Pancho unsuccessful in the first fall, now going to have some time to try to recuperate himself. Vine, though, on the offense too soon, and another pile driver plants Pancho. Disrespectful by the champion. He says, I don't care who is in the ring with me.
Pancho, come on, we need an answer. He's not responding. Pancho, what do you say?
You get the toe.
No.
Vine screaming at the referee to start the count. And if Pancho cannot reach the count of 10 here, he will be counted out and the title will remain with Mad Vine. Pancho will go home with a loss here tonight. Trying to will himself up, but that is not enough for the newcomer. And Matt Vine's gonna walk away with the Premier Pro Wrestling Championship still intact around his waist. The 5-time PPW World Champion Matt Vine, Vine-a-Kiss, making a statement here tonight against newcomer Pancho, and surely enough to strike some fear into the rest of the roster here in Premier Pro Wrestling.